Welcome to Ace Designs 107. I'm the S in the car pack. You're the kings and queens. And today one of these guys is a Photoshop tutorial showing you how you can make a really cool League of Legends / retro YouTube banner. Actually Twitter header, sorry. I started off with this tutorial making it a YouTube banner, but then I realized that ain't gonna work, so I made a Twitter header at the end. I just cut the video and I also speeded up in between steps where it was repetitive. First I showed you how to make an effect, and then I just said this is how you do it, and then I speeded up just to save some time. Difficulty for this tutorial will be probably 4 out of 5 stars. There are quite a little bit of tedious steps involved, and the duration will be, God knows, probably 1 or 2 hours, because of this is going to be split into multiple parts, but that way I get to teach you more things. So yeah, hopefully you do enjoy it. If you did, hit the like button and also comment below. You've been doing amazing. Thanks for all the support basically in all my videos. I'm getting a lot of comments. That's great. I love getting back to all of you. So yeah, keep up the comments. To the desktop, this is where the magic happens. We're gonna get straight into this tutorial. We'll be doing simple tutorials for the guys that don't feel that confident in Photoshop and just want a really nice sweet effect really quickly. So yeah, hopefully you've already seen the preview for this tutorial. It is actually quite advanced. It has some aspects to it which isn't easy, which is easy, but like there's a lot of steps involved. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully try and get through this as quickly as possible, but yeah, I have no idea on how long. There's a lot of different patterns, there's a lot of things to cover. So yeah, right, so first of all, what you can see straight off is the backing. So you have the retro hearts, you have this, and then you have this, and then the main character obviously, which is the centerpiece, and also some squares, some text, and these retro 8-bit figures. So we're gonna be making the background first, and then the character, then the character, then these squares, then the text, and then everything else like that. So if I feel the need to make this into a 2-part tutorial, I will, but yeah. So we're gonna go to File, New, and actually we're just gonna open up a YouTube banner template. Now, to get a YouTube banner template, hopefully you already have one if you're a subscriber on my channel. If you're brand new to the channel, there will be a link in the description below where you can go download one, and yeah, I use that particular one in the link in the description below all the time. It's really nice and clean, it doesn't have any crap all over it. This is it. So yeah, we're going to actually press C on my keyboard, and I'm just going to crop this down so I can actually just have the banner, because I just want to have a little preview while I'm working through this, so I can tell you what I'm doing next relating to the actual preview. And I'm also going to open up a preview on my like split monitor so I can see what I'm working with. I don't have 3 monitors, but I might get one. I'm not too sure. I don't really feel the need for like 3 monitors. 3 monitors is kind of useless in my opinion. Like, you can do most of it within 2, but I guess whatever, it's your money, I guess. So I'm just gonna move this one onto my YouTube banner template, and I'm gonna try and like commentate throughout this whole thing just to try and make the commentaries interesting. And last time I got feedback from people saying that my background music was too loud, so hopefully it is all fixed now. I realized that when I uploaded the video, but like I wasn't gonna re-upload it and everything like that. That's just even more unprofessional. Alright, so first of all, I probably should do this in a Twitter header, but it's alright, we can do it in YouTube, because I guess that most of you guys actually have YouTube channels and you want to make cool banner art. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I'm going to make the heart pattern first of all, and I'm actually not gonna make it on the YouTube here. I'm gonna make it on a 1080p 1080p document, so it's going to be 1920 by 1080p. And what I've done is I've gone and scouted out some asset pictures. So what you need to do to get these asset pictures is go down to the description below. There will be a link called asset download or tutorial asset download, and you can go download that one. So as you can see, this heart, we've got an 8-bit one, because of what I saw at the tutorial was like, yeah, it's kind of like an 8-bit style, so we're going to be doing that. So I've gone and done that, and we're going to change it to like pink, don't worry. That's all going to be sorted out. So we're just going to press Ctrl T and hold Shift and resize this one mediocrely like that. And I'm also going to drag this onto my YouTube template just to see if that's an appropriate size. Maybe a little bit smaller will be a little bit better for us. Something like this. And you're like, well, what the hell? How am I going to replicate this throughout the whole document so quickly and everything? Well, we've got that sorted. So what we're going to do is we're just going to press Ctrl J on our first one by moving it to the corner. And then put it in here. And then do the same there. And then once we've got a full row, we will just duplicate that row, merge all the hearts together, then duplicate it, and then repeat. Like, yeah, right. Just making sure that like all the hearts snap into place like that. Okay. So I'm actually not happy with this. It's gonna have to be like a closer within distance. So give me a sec to think this through. So first of all, we just have to get down the back arm, like, okay, great. So it's gonna be something like that. We need to have one on here, and like I'm just gonna do it like this. Right, something like that. Right, so if we just press Ctrl J on this one and press Ctrl Group and press Ctrl J on this one and group those two together, and then we can just group this one and hide it. What you can see is we have different hearts here, but we're going to eliminate some. So on our top copy and on our, we can see that we're hiding these ones. Right, so that's that heart there basically on both copies. So if we go and delete one of this heart here, but keep the other, then when we go and duplicate this one, so if we press Ctrl J and E, and then move tool, and then once we do it here, we're gonna have the exact same pattern like before. And then we have this one. So on here, if we press Ctrl J and press Ctrl E, and then press Ctrl J again, it's gonna get a little bit confusing, but whoa. So we need this copy, we need this pattern again. Press Ctrl J. So we need a bottom heart. So basically, it's like mix and match, I guess. It's really hard to explain. So luckily we kept a backup copy here. So if we press Ctrl J on this one, and move this one around here, just eyeball the movements. Okay, so then we've got something like this. I'm gonna press Ctrl J and move this one up like that, press Ctrl J and move this one down like that, and then merge these two together, and then we've got 3 here, 3 here. And what that does is it gives us like, it gives us a puzzle basically. So now once we duplicate it, bam, there, and then bam, the same one here. So control group that final one, and then bam, like that. So how long? We spent 10 minutes for this thing. Holy snap. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna save this one as, so I can save you some time. It will be in the asset folder below, but now you know how to make it. So it's under this one, and then it's assets, Photoshop, assets, because there's going to be lots of little different heart pattern. There's going to be lots of little different patterns that we'll have to make. So now we can just go and do hue saturation above all this and change it to that pink, what we're after. Something like that. And yeah, now we have this one. So now if we take away that, we have our pattern. So we can actually just move this one onto it. So we press Ctrl J and name this pattern. And we can also cut this one off so it has something like that. So then bam, we have all this cool little pink stuff. Press Ctrl E. Okay, so now with all this stuff, we can move it all the way down. Actually, you know what? I'm going to press Ctrl E on this pattern. And just press Ctrl J to duplicate that. Something like that. Press Ctrl E. And then bam, we have our pattern all over this. So now I have to make a layer here, and this is going to be a fill layer. So this one is going to be merged with this top layer, and it's going to group here. And I'm also going to save this as a final one. By the way, I'm making this shit up on the spot, so lucky me. And there'll be a template in the description below. Alright, so here we have our pattern. Okay, there's nothing on this. I'm gonna just move this one up like that. Okay, so I'm gonna fill this one in with a pink that's similar to this one, but it's gonna be a lighter shade. And just use my bucket tool to fill this one in. Okay, that's a bit too light. A bit too dark. Okay, great. So now we've got something like this. We're just going to keep these separate, but I'm going to tilt this pattern. So what to do is just to press Ctrl T and rotate a little bit. And remember that it's a negative, let's just make it -12. And that's going to be our degree. And then there. So write that degree number down somewhere, or just remember it off by heart. It's because we're going to tilt these rainbows on the exact same angle. So now we're going to make a new layer above this, and we're going to be using our rectangular marquee tool. So what we're going to do then is just do like a little stripe like this, and we're just going to fill this in with this color. I'm just going to fill it in with the exact same color that he used. Press Ctrl D to deselect, and press Ctrl J, press V, and move this one down. Now I'm going to shift click the thumbnail and just pick something like this. You can copy this color code, just pause the video and copy it and just fill it in. That's what I'm doing right now, just to get that rainbow placebo effect. Big words coming from your man, Ace Designs. Right, so with that on topic, without getting off topic, we're going to do this like split placebo effect, and we're not going to just guess it. We're actually just going to duplicate some areas. So I'm going to make a selection like this. This is all merged together, by the way. I press Ctrl E to merge all these together, and then I press Ctrl C, X, Ctrl V to paste that back on, and this will snap for me, but I'm going to move this up a couple of times with my arrow keys. And then I am going to press Ctrl R to bring up my rulers and just drag it here. It should snap. And I'm going to make a selection around here. This one's going to be slightly longer. Actually, no. Actually, yes, I will. Okay, something like that. And then I'll draw a ruler and it'll snap to that other side of the selection. Press Ctrl D to deselect that selection. And then I can just grab this one, press Ctrl J, press Ctrl V, and move that up to here, something like that. So then when I hide this one, well, now I just make a selection around here. And I'll cut this from here, press Ctrl V, cut that. Cut. And then just merge all these together and then hide this. Now we have that like kind of accenty look. Press Ctrl J and hold Shift and duplicate it. Hang on. Keep that selection there while you have it. Right, so we Oh, press it there. Right, something like that. And I will need to do the same. So I'll press Ctrl J and do that. So what we can do is we can merge all these together by pressing Ctrl J and then merging them, and then still keeping a copy for us to save, but then delete this one. So what you can see there is that this is like, we have one piece like this, and then we have one piece like that. So what that does is, like, when we move it just like the heart, we have a top and a bottom piece, you could say, like that. Okay, so this is our one piece, and then this is the other piece. So we're gonna go here, and this is, we're just gonna name it top, and then bottom, or 1 and 2. Okay, so we have a 2 here, so we need another one. So we press Ctrl J, move this one out. Okay, and then we have a 2 here, because we have a 1 there, so we duplicate that across. Nope, we need a 1. Okay, I need a 2. Bam, like that, but we press right click and do flip horizontal. Something like that. And we do the same for 1. No, we need a 2. Sorry guys. This is just like... There we go. So now we can merge all these little things together. So we have something like this. Brilliant. And I'm just going to move this down like here. Okay. Now I'm pressing Ctrl T, and again we do -12 rotated, something like this. So then we have something going along the lines of this, which is looking very similar to the ones that he has done. And I'm just going to move it. Just like that. Actually, I'll have it going across the whole screen. This is just hard. It's hard to like kind of picture where all the other elements are going to be. Okay, so we're 20 minutes. I might stop the recording at 25 or something, and then we can start making the characters. So something in the means of that, I think, is the best and the most appropriate way. Well, if our text, I have 8-Bit Wonder, by the way, we're going to be using that, so might as well download it. Link will be in the description below. So if we do Darth, and this one's going to be Diana, just grab a text and like just draw out, and we're going to see like if this can fit or not. And we are going to center this text so we can get an idea of it, and this one's going to be okay. So we're going to move this pattern down. There, something like that's like the most appropriate. So then we have like all this, we can delete that Darth Diana. And we're going to press Ctrl J on this pattern and just move this one up. And press Ctrl T, and we're going to downscale this one. Okay, heap. Zoom back in, and we're going to change the opacity on this one. Oh, the fill actually, because the opacity makes it. We'll do a color overlay, color overlay. I'm gonna make it white, because this, if we change the fill right, this makes it transparent. We don't want that, and we're just going to make it look like it's faded with a color overlay, which is very smart, I must say, on my behalf. So we're gonna do an opacity 15%, so something like that. So it just looks like it's faded in the difference and in the shadows, so it gives us that kind of thing. And then we're going to cut out this character. So I found this one here, which is, I guess, what we want. And yeah, we're just going to be using the, what is the easiest way? Okay, so I'm gonna click once with my wand tool, change the, mess around with the tolerance, probably 150. No, probably 200. Okay, so let's make it 120. That seemed to work okay. Okay, and just add stuff like that. Okay. Like this, add those little dots. Okay, now go to your quick selection tool. There's no really quick way to do this, but we're just gonna change the size of it to around 50 with the minus, and then go down to the edges of this thing. Okay, sweet. So that's how I selected. I use a variety of different tools such as the magic wand tool and the quick selection. And then I press Ctrl X and I press Ctrl V onto my document. In this case, it's this one. Okay, and with my character, I'm just going to press Ctrl T and resize this one. Something like that. Okay, so now we have something like this, and the next step is to actually add in like the brushes, the text, and all those retro stuff like that. So that shouldn't take too long. We're just going to make the centerpiece basically. So yeah, this heart pattern will be in the description below, and I'll also save a PNG of this one by itself. So I'm gonna make that and paste that one onto there. So that's gonna be the PNG as itself, so you can save some time. And that's gonna be it for today's tutorial. I'm also gonna make another part of this one later on and later on. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and also subscribe for more daily content. I'll see you in the next video.